Hello, hello. Party ponies. Oh, she's got cat hair on her hat. Okay, so I have been very quiet today. Kind of quiet all week. It's been an overwhelming week, guys. But it is a Sunday night, which means tomorrow is a fresh start, a new beginning, the perfect opportunity to begin again. So that's why I'm here, to remind you of that. That no matter what has happened, you guys, like if you are not on track, if you have been eating like a dumpster fire, if you are in this weird shame spiral and you're overthinking all the things, I am encouraging you to puke it on paper if you need to. Okay, you can even rip it out of a notebook, you can set it on fire, you can flush it down a toilet, you can do some big dramatic thing if you need that, or you can simply just puke it, get it out, and be done with it. I'm asking you to do that instead of just saying, okay, I'm gonna change the page in my brain and tomorrow's a fresh start. Sometimes it's hard to do that. Sometimes we need the actual physical action of like discharging it from our bodies and then being done with it. Tomorrow's a fresh start, okay? And maybe, like me, you were starting in a place you didn't think you were gonna be, because I thought I'd be done with 9-week control freak by now, but I'm not, and that's okay, because this is your journey, all right? I know there's a calendar, I know the majority of these programs all have a timeline, but I want you to remember that you are the one on this journey, and that the timeline, your timeline, sometimes needs to be different than the timeline it was created for. And that's okay, all right? It's okay if it doesn't look perfect. It's okay if it's been bumpy. It's okay if it hasn't been perfect, right? I made a post about this the other day that I'm completing 9-week control freak, which is 9 weeks long. It's like 54 workouts. And it's taken me longer. It's taken me longer. I've taken extra rest days. There's been days like today that I just couldn't get it together. I just didn't really want to. I still showed up to my journey. I still pushed play. I did some of the open fit yoga. And I had every intention of coming back to my workout, but I just wasn't feeling it. And it's all right to give yourself permission. It's okay to give yourself grace. I'm not saying skip out on it. I'm not saying come up with excuses. I'm not saying kick the can down the road. I'm saying listen to your body. Figure out where you're at. If you need more of a rest day, if you need a nap instead of a workout, then take the freaking nap, you guys. Rest and recovery is so important. And I think a lot of us, especially if you're like me, we tend to gaff that off. We tend to shortchange ourselves. We tend to come up with all these reasons why, oh, it's okay, I can push through. We're not designed to push through, okay? That's how you get injured. That's when you get sick. That's when your body says, hey, listen up, punk, okay? So listen to your body. Tomorrow is a fresh beginning, so I want you to start fresh and begin again. If that means you're beginning a brand new day one, or that means that you're still in the middle of a program, you get to show up with a clean slate. You get to show up with a fresh intention, because how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? Set the intention. Be super proud of yourself that you've made it this far. The other day, Autumn was talking about the word only. Only belongs in the should category. I only lost 2 inches. I only lost 1 pound. I only blah, blah, blah. Why would you say that? You're discounting it. You're stealing some of your own thunder and some of your own wins from that journey. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. If you lost 1 inch, if you lost 1 pound, if you're lifting heavier, count those wins, collect those things. That's all data and proof that you are in fact winning on this thing that is your life, okay? You're not supposed to be a certain number or a certain size. I was chatting with, who was I chatting with? I don't remember who it was, but we were talking about how she's like, I just, I keep thinking that I need to be my benchmark is this weight, and my body likes to stay in this window, and she's eating clean for the most part, and she's showing up every single day, and she's working on her journey. And you guys, like, we're not, if you have this benchmark of who you were before you had kids, or who you were before you hit your 40s, or who you were once upon a time, you're no longer her. You're no longer her. You are a different human with all these different experiences and different things under your belt. So stop making that your touch point, your benchmark for success. I will never be the 120-pound Sarah. I just won't. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And it's just a stupid number. It's just a stupid freaking number, right? I'm way more strong than I am now. When I was in my 120s, when I was in however old I was, when I was that, I was wimpy back then, and I'm strong right now. So I want you to collect your wins and be proud of where you're at. Even if it's not where you want to be, you can still be proud today that you chose to show up. All right? Now I want to talk about eating, because if you've been here for longer than 5 seconds, you know that this is kind of my struggle at times. And I don't know what happened. I don't know how we got some Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal in this house. It's not something I would buy ever. And I just started eating it yesterday. It's really freaking good. I was eating it. I was stuffing it in my mouth. In fact, Marshall went to take a shower, and I grabbed some more out of the pantry, and I was just cramming it in my little mouth like a hamster above the kitchen sink, and he walked out. And it was awkward, and we pretended that wasn't happening, and then he just went on with his life, and I went on with mine, and I had I was stressed. That's why I was eating it, and it was there. And sometimes I have this disordered thing in my brain where I think it's not good for me, but it tastes delicious. And so if I just take one for the team and eat it all, then we can be done with it, and we won't have to deal with this anymore, which I know that's very unhealthy, but I'm just sharing that. I'm shining a light for some of you because I know it resonates. And sometimes it's easy to get stuck in this shame spiral, like, why did I do that? And I've just completely backslid, and I've ruined some of my progress. Did I ruin my progress? No, I didn't. Okay? 1 or 2 days isn't gonna undo any progress. You living in a shame cycle, I shouldn't have done that. If only I hadn't bought the cereal. That does not serve you, okay? So I'm asking you again to go back to the very first thing that I mentioned, which is kind of just puking it on paper. Wherever you're at, what do you need to do? What feels good about your journey right now? Where do you want to go this next week? Make 1 or 2 teeny tiny goals. Doesn't have to be a huge goal. We're not rewriting your entire freaking life. We're here to get momentum and traction on our journey. And I know over and over, so many of you are like, I just need to get motivated. No, you don't. Don't need to get motivated. You just need to make a decision and then touch it every single day, okay? I've just caught up on Messenger, and a lot of you are like, my life is really crazy. I don't know if I have time, but I really want to touch it. And I'm telling you what I told all of them. 5 minutes counts. You guys, nobody will regret 5 minutes, but if you don't do it, if you don't show up to it, then you think about it, and you waste the time, and you waste the energy, and you don't give yourself the opportunity to find that win. So find the win. If it's 5 minutes, if it's 10 minutes, that's freaking awesome. It's not only 5 minutes or only 10 minutes. You prioritized it. You showed up to it. You got freaking momentum, and that's worth celebrating, okay? Okay, great talk. So I am tired. I'm going to take a shower because I smell like a goat. I'm going to brain dump my stuff and figure out what are my teeny tiny goals for this upcoming week, because it's a crazy week. Marshall is gone. I'm doing all the things. I'm wearing all the hats. Probably why I was stuffing all the cereal in my mouth. We can't do it all. It's physically impossible. And at the end of the day, if you do it all, you're sacrificing your mental health. You're sacrificing grace and play and rest probably. And none of those things are worth it, if you ask me. So, puking on paper, who do you want to be this next week? How do you want to show up? And then take a little bit of action towards that, because you are already her. You get to choose to be her now. It might not be exactly what you think in your magazine, Pinterest type brain, but every single day we have an opportunity to begin again. We have an opportunity to realign and to refocus and to just take one teeny tiny step towards that next level version of ourselves. And the more you compound those next level steps, that teeny tiny decision that moves you closer to that next level you, that's how you get there. It's those tiny actions that seem like it doesn't really matter, but it does. At the end of the day, you're worth the effort. You absolutely can do this. I believe in you, so borrow my belief. If you need anything, let me know. I'll be on Zoom tomorrow morning, every single weekday. 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time? Sure, that sounds right. 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's a standing date. You're welcome to hop on Zoom. If you need a different time, you can always throw a comment in here, and I'm sure somebody would jump on with you. I might even jump on with you, okay? But the way you win is to make the decision to show up every single day, to do your best, to surrender the rest, okay? We're not picture perfect Pinterest people. It doesn't have to be perfect in all the things. It just needs to be yours, okay? So set a fresh intention, 1 or 2 teeny tiny promises that you're gonna keep no matter what, And then you're gonna collect the proof that you're winning every single day, right? Right. Okay. If you need anything, let me know. I think I'm caught up with my inbox. If you need some help, happy to help you make a plan. I'm finishing 9-week Control Freak this week. I'm starting Lift More on the 15th. You're welcome to do it with me. I have a $20 off coupon if any of you need to renew your Beachbody on demand or you want to get started. I have a coupon for you, okay? So if you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, rock your freaking week.